Hey everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on the future of marketing with WhatsApp AI chatbots. So, as always, let's get started by actually looking at the agenda on what we will be covering today. So, first, we want to talk about the challenges that we are currently facing in modern marketing, and that we also see across all the companies that we are working with. So, we discovered a couple of patterns there. And then in the next step, following up on this, we will actually look at how we can tackle these challenges with WhatsApp and also now in the crazy do with our AI chatbot. So we will discover some opportunities, how we can actually attract more leads and then also drive more revenue with marketing on WhatsApp and especially with our new AI chatbot. Then to the exciting part, we will jump into Superchat and we'll actually look at three different use cases. And we will also build an AI chatbot together to really discover how we can leverage our new AI chatbot in marketing for all of your businesses. Last but not least, we will have our Q&A session at the very end. And also please make sure to use the chat here on the right-hand side. If you have already any questions during the webinar, Toby from our product team will make sure to answer also already on regarding your questions during the webinar. Really quick introduction to myself. Who am I? I'm Mika. I'm the co-founder and CPO here at Superchat, basically responsible for everything related with the product. So I was also very involved the last couple of months, really building the new AI chatbot, and then also, talking to a lot of businesses and also implementing the AI chatbot with over 50 of you just in the last 4 weeks. So I've really seen how we can use it across sales, support, recruiting, and marketing. And today I really want to share all the knowledge and insights that I gathered during these 4 weeks, especially now today in our marketing webinar. And Yilmaz, my co-founder, and I started Superchat 4 years ago. And we saw that kind of customer communication was kind of broken because a lot of companies were still reliant on very old ways of communicating with customers, like, phone and then also email, which is totally fine. But nowadays, consumers expect more. They really want to talk to businesses where they also, talk to friends and family. And that are messengers like WhatsApp, especially like in Europe, but then also Instagram, Facebook. And if you are not, available on these messengers, you kind of miss out on a big opportunity. And then, you have the fear of kind of losing all these customers to your competitors, which we, of course, don't want. And that was kind of the reason for us to say, hey, we haven't found a solution, like a very easy plug-and-play solution to actually combine all of these communication channels and then also, build very sophisticated automations and now also AI chatbots on these messengers. So started 4 years ago and now with over 4,500 customers, it's going really, really well. And we have big plans ahead of us. So definitely just like the beginning. But that's to the introduction. Now let's look at what challenges we are actually facing in modern marketing. So 2 things here. We see currently that marketing is kind of in a transition phase. We all know, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of noise on social media, on paid ads. And it's like super, super hard to actually get the attention of our potential customers because, they have so many options and we have to try to really stand out and kind of, get their attention, which is nowadays super, super hard, with all these social media channels. So that's kind of the first challenge. And then the second one I always call lead generation dilemma. So it's not enough anymore to just, show nice pictures of your product or your service. You actually have to deliver value before the potential customer actually becomes your customer, because otherwise he's just, bored or just like, you don't get his attention and then he just, goes to your competitors. So we always have to make sure to deliver some kind of value up front in most cases to actually get to these potential customers that we really want to work with. So these are the 2 challenges. What is the solution? One of the solution is definitely WhatsApp, and now also WhatsApp in Duo in combination with our new AI chatbot feature. Why WhatsApp? WhatsApp is the biggest messenger with over 2 billion daily active users. So incredible reach. A lot of potential customers are on WhatsApp that you really want to, reach out to. And WhatsApp is really nice because WhatsApp is really a two-way messaging channel, different to kind of email. Of course, you can also respond to email newsletter, but in most cases, there are no reply to emails. And it doesn't feel really natural, also it's like on your phone that you have in your pocket 24/7. It's not a really nice user experience, to message a business via an email. It's not a nice UX. It's so much easier to actually, message with a business on WhatsApp because, we are using that channel also very effortlessly and seamlessly with friends and family. So why shouldn't we do it with businesses? So that's kind of the big advantage. So like a huge reach, like the UX for the end customer is very nice. And you as the business really have to adapt the channels that your customers want. I talked about this yesterday during or like 2 days ago during our support webinar. A customer is king. We all know that saying, and it's nowadays really truer than ever before. We really have to adopt what kind of our consumers want. Otherwise, they go to the competition and then we lose out on revenue and also on customers, of course. Then now you can say, hey, two-way messaging is really nice to build, also relationship, not only to get leads, but, build trust, build a relationship, like a sustainable long-term relationship with these customers. But we need a lot of resources for this because, it's like, I need like someone to actually chat with all these leads and customers, consult them, help them out if they have questions. And that's just like, a huge pain and also a challenge. But now with our AI chatbots, it's fully automated. You don't have to do anything. You're getting new leads. If they have questions, if they need consultation, like the chatbot can do everything effortlessly. And without the consumer actually realizing that this is a chatbot. It really feels very, very human. But we will look at this during our demo later, and you can convince yourself that it's like really, really good, like the context and the messages that come back from the AI chatbot. Then that all sounds amazing. So what are the use cases and what can I actually do with WhatsApp marketing with our AI chatbots? Here you can see kind of 5 examples, what we can actually, deliver with it. First of all, increase customer lifetime value by, just like, as I said, really establishing really long-term relationships. It's not only, get a customer in the door, make some money with them, and then, it stops. You really want to get to a loyal customer base that, return to your shop, to your, service whatsoever. And that we can really do very nicely with WhatsApp. And then that goes hand in hand with upselling to existing customers. So it's not always about, getting new customers. If you already have a huge customer base, like a lot of companies really underestimate what you can do with your existing customer base, upselling them on premium features, premium services, having discount codes, getting them back, and so on and so forth. And WhatsApp is the perfect channel for that because, not only with our chatbot and the automation, also with our newsletter, if they get a push notification on the phone, just like where also they get push notifications from friends and family, you are always top of mind. And we definitely want that so that they come back. Next, and like the next 3 also, it's kind of a group, is collecting customer insights and lead generation. So now we are talking really about attracting new customers, kind of gaining new customers. There, what we can do is we not only can get them into the chat, which feels like very natural because, if they fill out like a lead form on Facebook ads or something, it's like, they have to fill out stuff, provide their phone number. Facebook, it's already pre-filled, but, they always have to provide some kind of information, which kind of feels like, a transaction. It's not really that nice. But with WhatsApp, it's just like, you start the conversation and that's it. And with the start of the conversation, with the first message, you already generated the lead and you have not only the phone number where you can call the contact, but you actually also have the WhatsApp conversation open and up and running so that you can reach out to this customer all the time, which is super, super powerful. And then last but not least is kind of, I touched on that just now, is like consultation and sales. You can, of course, use these channels to really build trust, build the relationship, show that you are the perfect partner and perfect business to do their job, basically. So again, sounds all good, but what can we actually do with it? So like here really quick 4 examples yet again, but we will cover 3 of them later in the product. As first of all, we can work with gamification. So I touched on that, saying, hey, like it's not enough to have like nice visuals anymore. If you have like paid ads, it's just like you need to give them a little bit more. So we have to work with gamification and free tools to, already provide some upfront value in some way or another, and also to get their attention. Gamification could be, like a quiz, like a lottery where they, go through a quiz, and if they get to a certain number of points or level, they get like a discount code, for example, for their next purchase. And free tools could be, you being like a B2B business and you're offering a product or service that, helps business to make more money or save, time resources. You could say, hey, give me like these variables, and then I will show you what you can actually save by using our product. That's super powerful because you can kind of, consult them and show them how great your product or service is. And then, the conversation already has started. You kind of already have like a good insights what the customer wants. And then you can take the conversation from there. Then product finder chatbot, also super powerful. There, my favorite example is, just before Christmas, we all know it, complete panic mode. We don't have any presents for, our loved ones. What should we do? We always go on Amazon and, type in like, what kind of nice presents can I get all my family and friends? But how you as a business reach out to your customer saying, hey, probably, the problem. You don't have like all the presents yet. Let me help you. Just say to us who you are looking for to getting a present, and then provide us some more information. What do they like? Do they like sports whatsoever? And then of course very tailored to your business. You then suggest like some present ideas with a link. They can purchase the items right away, and there you kind of consult them. And actually it's a huge pain on the consumer side. And you actually give them something that helps them, and you drive more revenue. So everyone is happy. So really, really good example for this. Then last but not least, but kind of again also touch on this one, upsell opportunities. So we, and the chatbot especially, has all the data from your customers and from your business. So we kind of know what your customer purchased before, what his preferences are. So we can make very, very tailored decisions if you are, bringing out a new product or service, saying, hey, these customers look like, they could be potential buyers, or like, they could be interested in buying this product. And then you can reach out saying, hey, last year you bought this and we have a similar product coming out in a different color. Here you go, you can purchase it. So again, super personalized, hyper personalized, and, drives revenue for your business, which is always good. Exactly. Then how do we get the people in the chat? So now we talked about, ideas, how we can use WhatsApp, the AI chatbots for marketing. But now the question is like, it starts in WhatsApp. How do we actually get the people to, to WhatsApp and actually talking to you? There are 4 ways. So the first one is paid. So click to chat ads that you can use on Instagram and Facebook. So really just, your usual performance marketing ads. And there the lead conversion is just like not, like a lead form, but click to chat ads. So like people who are interested are redirected to WhatsApp. And then from there we start the automation, that we built in Superchat, and they can talk to the AI chatbot or go through the entire flow right away of qualifying the customer, consulting him, guiding him, whatever you actually want to do. So first of all, super powerful. Then WhatsApp me links and QR codes. That's always what we are also giving you once you published the automation. So once you publish an automation in Superchat, we will give you a WhatsApp me link and a QR code. The WhatsApp me link, especially powerful, for adding it to your website. Again, everyone is on mobile, so everyone has their smartphone in their pockets 24/7. They go onto your website, see like a pop-up saying, hey, get 20% off, your next purchase by just subscribing to our WhatsApp newsletter. They click on it. they are redirected to WhatsApp, and then the automation can start. And best immediately with the chatbot, immediately saying, hey, thanks for subscribing. What are you here for? Can I help you? What products are you interested in? Basically driving conversions right away. Same for QR code, just like, more relevant for print stuff, for social media, but also adding again to your website on desktop, because there, most people don't have WhatsApp desktop installed. So they can instead, get the pop-up with the QR code, get their phone, scan the QR code, are redirected to WhatsApp, and then it's the same thing. Last but not least, with our WhatsApp newsletter feature, you can also start like these interactions also with automations and chatbots. So what you can do there is you create a WhatsApp template with like a quick reply button, and then you send it out to all relevant like customers saying, hey, we have a new product, whatever the story is. People click on the button and then the automation starts. So again, as you see, if you get the picture once, it's like super, super easy to implement in 10 million ways. So it's really up to do what you are doing with it. So now that's all cool. Now to the fun part. That's Astro. We called our AI chatbot that we are introducing Astro. So you can see him. He works across all channels. So really not only WhatsApp. If you want to implement him also on Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, you can definitely do so. He responds incredibly fast within 500 milliseconds. He's available 24/7. So really also on weekends, public holidays, he always, delivers responses right away. He provides real-time context for everything. That's kind of what I mentioned earlier. He really has access to all company data and all customer data. And therefore, has a lot of information on what's going on, can always provide the best answer. He speaks 52 languages, and the best part, he feels very, very human. So you cannot even really distinguish Astro, whether you are currently talking to a human or whether you are talking to a chatbot. So, but to that later, I will show you how Astro actually, like looks like and feels like in the chat. How does Astro work? As you can see, super, super simple setup. Astro kind of, has two things that we need. It's a prompt, and the prompt is always, what should Astro do, and like how should he behave? Like these two things are always important. I always say to customers in their onboarding, hey, imagine you are onboarding a new employee, and you tell him exactly how he should communicate with customers, how he should behave, and kind of, if there's a process of something, please follow these steps. That's exactly what we ought also do with Astro. Then data and knowledge is kind of, all the company data and the relevant data that Astro needs to know in order to deliver responses. Usually, all the data about your website, about your company, so like about the products and services that you are offering. And there we have two options. So you can either upload a PDF with, frequently asked questions, or you can link your website or multiple websites. So then we go to your website, get all the information and then make it accessible to Astro, which is of course super powerful because you don't even have to prepare anything. And then Astro is really set up within seconds sometimes. And that's it. But I will show you how easy and how quick it's done in just a second. And we built all of that just like, on our existing product. So again, super easy to use. We will set up Astro in a second in the settings and then make him accessible to all customers in our automation feature, and that we can do across all channels. But now let's actually get to the exciting part. I will share my screen really quick, and then we will jump into the product. What's up? Here we go. I'm already in an automation from a webinar earlier. So for everyone who's not a customer yet, today we will really only be covering AI chatbots. But Superchat has so much more to offer. So, we have our unified inbox, we have a team chat, we have a WhatsApp newsletter, and so on and so forth. But today we will really only look at the chatbot and only specifically at that. If you're interested in everything else, please just sign up to our product and test everything for yourself. Exactly. So first of all, we will go into the settings. And here, this is really the space for us to create the AI chatbot. On the left-hand side, you can already see the new tab here with the new tag, AI chatbot. So we go in here, and here you can see now that we can create a new AI chatbot. So I will go ahead and do that. And first step is basically to just, give our chatbot an internal name. This name is only for internal purposes. What we will do now is the first example that we will look at out of 3 is we will create a travel agent. Basically, a travel agent helping people, to find new places wherever they are. And here, especially cool for travel agencies. But also, you can, if you have a gym, what you can basically do is you can create a bot, who's a nutritionist and personal fitness coach, always available on WhatsApp, which also works flawlessly. I also already implemented that with customers. But here in our case, we will now stick to a travel agent. So we will name him travel agent Peter. Continue. The next step, that's now the prompt part. So here we will now really specifically say, hey, what he should do and kind of how he should talk. Really quick, it's really cool because like our AI kind of has access to the internet. So, like for this example now, we don't have to provide any knowledge data because, like the AI already knows what attractions there are like in Paris and Barcelona. So all we have to do is like really provide a prompt and that's it. And then we can already get started. So here we will say, you are funny and, nice travel agent called Peter. Always up for a joke. Help your customers to discover new and hip places wherever they are. So here we go. That's it. Now I could upload retrieval data. Again, we don't need this in this case. So here I could now upload a PDF, with like an FAQ, or like PDF with all your relevant information that the AI chatbot needs. Or I could just link one or multiple websites here. Also, if you update your website, you can easily then go into the settings and then click on sync. And then we are kind of scraping the entire website again. And then, your chatbot is always up to date and has the most recent data from your website. The same applies to, the attachments. So if you, want to remove some knowledge, you can do that later. Or if you want to add more and kind of train him, then you can add more. That's also kind of how it works. You start small with an AI chatbot, then you will test it in the settings. Like we will look at that in a second. And then you make it accessible to your customers. And then you will see, hey, like here we could improve. And it's again, same thing as an employee. He's also not 100% perfect in the beginning, but then you can really, train him over the next couple of weeks. And at some point he's so good, he can basically do everything. So here we go. I will click on skip. And now it takes a second and then it's also already done. And now here you go. Hello, I'm travel agent Peter, test your AI chatbot. Here in the video explaining really quick again, hey, now you created the AI chatbot, but you still have to make it accessible in automations. We will do that in a second. And here, that's the settings part now. Here you can see the name, the prompt, and the knowledge that I can update at any given time. And here on the right-hand side, you can see the test environment where we now can test like the AI chatbot and then do adjustments along the way. So I will say, hi there. I am in Paris. It's raining and we are at the Louvre. We are here with our parents and they absolutely hate museums. So again, as you can see, already very, very specific. We said it's raining. We said, like that we are, out and about with parents, that they hate museums. Let's see what Peter comes up with. I will zoom in really quick. So Peter comes back saying, Paris, even when it rains, it's still magnific. All right, let's think of a plan to keep everyone happy, even those museum skeptics. And then here I get now a list of, everything that we could do. And then in the end, he says, remember, a rainy day in Paris is just a chance to experience the city in a different light or drop. Enjoy your day and make sure to tell the Louvre's Mona Lisa that Peter says hi. As you can see, he's very funny, very casual. That's kind of what I added here to the prompt, always up for a joke. As you can see, you can really give your own chatbot a very specific character and really make it your own, which is super, super cool. Nice. So now we actually are happy with the AI chatbot that we just created. So we will head over to automations and actually make it accessible to our customers. So we will create a chatbot. So again, I won't cover anything related to automations. For that, we have tutorials and everything. But here we now have a new node. So basically what I will do is Peter travel agent. So what happens now is I define the trigger, a new incoming message on WhatsApp on this specific number that I selected. And then we will listen to when the contact specifically writes Peter travel agent. Then in this case, I want to actually start the AI chatbot. So I define this as an action, clean up everything really quick. Now I have a couple of configurations that I can do to this action. So first of all, I of course have to select the AI chatbot that I want to use. In our case, it's travel agent Peter. Now I have run instructions. Run instructions are basically an extension of the prompt that we just generated. There I always give the example of, you are Jim, you create a chatbot that is, personal coach. And then you, prior to, starting the action of the AI chatbot, you ask the user, hey, what do you want to do? Maybe with 3 quick responses. I want to gain muscle, I want to lose fat, or I just want to be healthy. And then, we can actually add this information here to the running guide, also with variables, and then just say, hey, the contact wants to do, and then we get this variable back. He wants to gain muscle. And then, we can give him even more specific instructions based on, what's currently happening. Then below that is user input expires, and we know this one from the waiting for reply node. So here it's basically, we need kind of an expiration of that node. Otherwise, the entire automation would be infinite, which we don't want for multiple reasons. So here it's 12 hours. So what happens is if the contact doesn't respond for 12 hours, the automation will end. We can, of course, also put it to 100 days. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. Or we could, define a follow-up option here. And then 2 last things here at the very bottom, human handover and automatic call recognition. So watch closely what happens if I enable this. Just look here, see then a new connector pops up saying when contact asks for human help. So basically what we are doing there is our AI will check every time the user says something. If the user says something in along the lines, hey, connect me to a human, or I don't want to talk to a chatbot anymore. Then you can, if the contact does that, then we, go this path, and then you can do something like this. No worries, saying, sending a message saying, hey, no worries. We will connect you to an agent. And then we can even assign the conversation afterwards so that, someone from sales or support is notified. Here in this case, we want to assign it to Ben, and that's it, done. Same thing, similar to automatic call recognition. So if I zoom in here again, you see another connector will pop when the conversation has ended. So they are especially relevant for the support use case. Imagine the contact has a question, the AI chatbot responds, with the solution. Then the contact says, thank you. The AI chatbot says, hey, can I help you in any other way? The contact says no. Then in this case, you kind of know the issue was resolved. Everything is okay. The conversation is ended. And especially for customers who have a lot of messages and conversations, what we can do here is just mark the conversation as done. And then, we have a very structured and nice inbox, and then we are good to go. So it's really that easy. We already kind of covered everything. Also the more advanced stuff, really from setting up the AI chatbot and the settings, now even implementing it. So now what we can do is we can actually, publish it really quick. And then here we go. I have 2 already open. I will I will pause one automation really quick. I was out of chatbots. So here what I will do is I will show you this one in action that we built live really quick so that you can even see it in action. So here, as I said, we provide you with the WhatsApp me link and the QR code that you can then, distribute among your customers. And now I scanned the QR code with my phone and I was redirected to WhatsApp with the keyword Peter Travel Agent that we just defined in the automation pre-filled. Now I will send it. And now, the message will end up here in Superchat. And then the chatbot will also, the automation will also already start. So here we see, it's up. The message was already received. Here you can see this contact is part of an automation. That's the automation that we just created. And the chatbot has already responded saying, hi there, ready to explore some new and hip places. What's your current location or destination? And what kind of adventures are you looking for? Cuisine, nightlife, hidden gems, or perhaps something else? Let's shake up your travel plans with some fun. Now the conversation starts. I say Barcelona, let's go. And now I can have the perfect travel concierge in my pocket 24/7. I can write him. I can even send him my location. He will detect my location and will send me to the perfect places. So really kind of, Lonely Planet is dead. You don't want to have this huge book anymore. You just have this entire knowledge in your pocket. You don't need an extra app. You just have it in your, WhatsApp conversation, your WhatsApp app. And it's super, super convenient. So here again, I said, Barcelona, let's go. Vamos a Barcelona. It's one of my favorite cities. How about we start with some cool spots? And now he recommends me all the good spots. That's perfect. I actually know 2 of them. That's nice. Perfect. So that's the first use case. As we don't have that much more time, I will cover really quick 2 more use cases. So one automation that we've already built is, let's go to automations really quick and pause this one. Otherwise, I will get confused. So here we have this one. So what we basically built here is kind of this is now more like the consultation sales use case, also marketing. We did this for pets at home. So the normal pet shop in the UK. And here we start with a, nice welcoming message saying, hey, welcome to Pets at Home. How can I help you today? Choose one of the options below and we will take it from here. Then we even can work, with nice interactive buttons saying, hey, I want to talk to a dog specialist, talk to support more pets at home. And we only built the automation so far that we, connected this. And then we also already initiate this chatbot that we created here. We can take a look at this one really quick, seeing how it looks like. Here now it's not loading. Really quick, I will go here. Here. Here, it's this one. So here we just said, pets at home. This one, Fressnapf, is the German one. So I will adjust it really quick. So you are an experienced sales associate at Pets at Home with over 15 years of experience. Your goal is to understand the needs of the customer by asking a target question and so on and so forth. So that's really also, first touch point, you get a lead. And instead of, the lead waiting for a response from you, he will get an answer right away. So let's actually test this one in action. Tap, tap, tap. Perfect. Again, I scanned the QR code. Now I will send it. I was redirected to WhatsApp. The keyword was pre-filled that we defined, hi, pets at home. The message was already sent. Welcome to Pets at Home. How can I help you today? Choose one of the options below and I will take it from here. We select talk to dog specialist. Now, again, the AI chatbot is started. Now I can just message with him. And now I get a response saying, hey, this is Karen. How can I assist you today? now what I will do is I will just send an image from my dog, from a really nice little Australian Shepherd. Let's see what Karen does. So here you can see it's a good old nice Australian Shepherd. Let's wait for our good AI chatbot to respond. And here you can really see like how powerful it is. Now the chatbot replied saying, "What a beautiful dog. Looks like an Australian Shepherd. Is that right? Could you tell me a bit about how your furry friend behaves and what kind of products you might be looking for?" So he doesn't only, get and understands messages, but he also understands PDFs, images, and documents, and can actually read them and can, kind of see what kind of objects are in there. And this is incredibly powerful, especially for marketing, because then you can do very, very personalized things, just like this one. Now, I can just start saying, hey, he's like going crazy, has so much energy. What kind of products would you recommend? And so on and so forth. And then that's kind of the next use case. The last one is a fun one. It's basically, I think in England, it's called, how's it called? I think Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So exactly like the one also in Germany. So what we built is a chatbot, basically just like exactly who's like with Jeremy Clarkson, basically really covering an entire game of Who Wants to Become a Millionaire. And as you can see here, let's go over the prompt really quick. It's like kind of, long. But what you basically defined here is like very specific things saying, hey, as you can see here, I use ChatGPT to translate it. You are an AI bot taking on the role of Jeremy Clarkson, the humorous and charming host of the quiz show Who Wants to Be a Super Millionaire. Your goal is to guide the participant through the quiz, show questions, address the participant informally, but avoid using the blah, blah, blah. It's, a little bit out of the box and a little bit special. And then we even have, extra like kind of, like cheat prevention and so on and so forth, like kind of what they can win, additional lifeline after the fifth question and so on and so forth. So there you can be very, very specific and kind of really can tailor it to your like imagination. So here you can do whatever you want. So let's actually try it out and see how it looks like in WhatsApp. So we go to automations again. Here I will show you also the automation, how it looks like. Very straightforward, pretty much the same again. Here, welcome message with a nice picture of Jeremy Clarkson. Again, I have to pause in automation. Here we go. Zap, zap, and let's get the show started. Zap. So scanning the QR code once again, same thing all the time, sending the keyword, the automation is triggered. Who wants to become a millionaire? Super quick. I get the response saying, "Hi, welcome to Who Wants to Become a Millionaire? Ready to get started and prove your knowledge?" Then click on let's go. Let's go. And now basically like everything will start. So I will get the first question. The questions are also always different. So now Jeremy Clark, I'm not sure, sorry for that, says, "Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Super Millionaire? Strap in, knowledge hungry pro, because we are about to embark on a journey through 10 questions, each more challenging than the last. Get the right answers, and you could walk away with cool 1 million euros. Are you ready? Let's kick things off with question one. Which of these landmarks is located in London? Eiffel Tower, Colosseum, Big Ben, Statue of Liberty. Thought it's C. The next one I will do just like, I will fail the next one. Well done. Big Ben is indeed the correct answer. You've just bagged yourself 100 euros and we are on your way to blah, blah, blah. Now I will just say something wrong. Which UK city is known for hosting an annual Fringe Festival, the largest arts festival in the world? To be completely honest, I don't know this. So the answer might be right. The answer might be wrong. So Edinburgh, definitely not. I will say A. Maybe it's right. I don't know. don't be mad at me. Because I even said to the AI chatbot, make the questions very specific to UK. So here we go. It was wrong. You probably all know the answer. Now I feel embarrassed, but here we go. So the answer was wrong. And in the prompt, we defined that, once the answer is wrong, and then kind of the game ends, that we then, say, hey, oh no, I'm afraid that that's the wrong answer. The correct answer was B, Edinburgh. Oh, damn it. And then we even said, hey, then send a link to, Trustpilot to, ask for a review. But you can do, of course, whatever. This just shows you that really your creativity is the limit. You can really do everything with this chatbot. So I guess enough building, showing you how capable it actually is. So now actually let's go back. Even here, someone from the audience was quick enough to scan the QR code. That's very good. So let's go back really quick. I will stop sharing and then we will continue the presentation really quick. So now you might be asking, hey, Mika, that sounds amazing, but how does the pricing work? Actually, I have good news here. Our AI chatbot is already included, free of charge. You don't have to pay anything on top already from the professional onwards. So like all the customers who are on the professional plan or advanced premium, you already have it included. And in the professional plan, you have one AI chatbot included and already 500 AI responses. And then we implemented it in a way where you don't have to upgrade, to the next higher plan in order to get more responses or AI chatbots. Instead, you can just purchase like these add-ons, so like more chatbots or more AI responses, so that you also really only pay for what you need. For everyone who's not a customer yet, also really, really good news for you. You can actually sign up for Superchat 14 days completely free and test all of our premium features. Afterwards, you can even go into our free version where you have very, very limited conversations, but you can really convince yourself like what the software is actually capable of. Then for everyone in basic who's now a little bit sad, also good news for you. You can still set up the AI chatbot, play around with it in the settings. You can but you cannot make it accessible in automations to your customers. But you can really try it out in the settings, kind of, see what it can do for you as a business, discover different use cases. And then if you're convinced, it's up to you if you do the investment of upgrading, from basic to professional or not. That's basically it to the main part of this webinar. And now we can also already start with the Q&A session. So I guess Toby probably answered already most of the questions live, but don't be surprised. I will always look at the right-hand side. There are my questions that I will be getting. Let's see if there are more questions to answer. A question from Anu, can you connect to Klaviyo? Yes, there are multiple ways to connect to Klaviyo. It always really depends on what exactly you want to do. We, of course, have like a Zapier, a Make integration. We have, a public API. And we also have an HTTP request node in automations. So there's so many ways to actually, integrate with external tools like Klaviyo. But it really depends what you actually specifically want to do in your use case. Question from Manuel. Do you know a time when I can give my bot all the websites? Currently, it's coming soon. Exactly. We are currently in the last steps of rolling that out. Latest next week at some point. So like latest next Friday. We are still running into like some slight issues currently where not all the content is scraped. But like if you want to already have access and, are not super mad at us if something goes wrong, you can just message our live chat and just mention that, you just talked to me in this webinar, and I will make sure that everyone who now writes in the live chat that you already get access today. So then, you can test it, but please, don't be mad at us if like anything goes wrong. We are still fixing the last issues. Question from Chris, how long will the 500 responses last? This question we get a lot, and that of course is like super, super hard to, to tell, because it like really depends on what you want to do with it, like how many customers you are, making it available to, and so on and so forth. but most people underestimate like kind of how far they come with 500 messages. So really just test it out for yourself and you will see that it kind of already gets you kind of far. And then you will see also how many resources you will save with it. And then it's definitely worth the investment. And all the responses, of course, like in the test environment are not included in the 500. So there, again, I always say it because I think a lot of people also don't know this. We pay for every response. So it's not like us, going crazy and want to charge you like crazy amounts. We kind of lose money by you already having it included in your plan. And we kind of, get a little bit of that money back when you buy an add-on. So like for us in the beginning, it's actually a negative thing and not a positive thing. So please keep that in mind. And also once, kind of the pricing for the API and everything changes, if it drops, hopefully it doesn't increase, then we also, make sure to kind of keep it as little as possible because our greatest benefit is you actually making use of it. Because we already see with all these businesses how incredibly powerful it is and like how many resources you can save with it because it's like really, really good how it works. So really excited what you're doing with it. All righty. I guess that's it. Perfect. Thank you very, very much for taking the time to actually join us here today live. I'm really, really excited, just as I said, but I'm actually stoked what everyone will be doing with the chatbot because again, kind of your creativity is the limit, especially in the marketing use case. There's so many options, to attract and get the attention of people. And it's also kind of one thing that I missed and that we are currently seeing with a lot of businesses, if you implement something like this, people will start talking about it, which of course always helps because it has like a little virality factor, which is of course in marketing exactly what you want. So super stoked what you will be using it for. And I hope I will be seeing you soon again in one of the webinars. And until then, I already wish you a nice weekend and hopefully see you soon. Greetings from Berlin. Bye bye.